Hi, this is Cindy Besslever with the Scleroderma Foundation Rocky Mountain Chapter, and I'd like to thank you for volunteering to help us check in and register our walkers at our 12th annual Stepping Out to Cure Scleroderma Walk on Saturday, June 18th. First of all, I want to go over just a few things of what's new for this year for those of you that helped with registration last year, and just kind of some for your information if you're new to helping us with registration. So what's new? This year, the registration fees, 3 different registration fees. There is an adult registration fee for $35, child with a t-shirt for $15, child with no t-shirt free, no registration fee. And a child, for our purposes, is 12 years and under. Also this year, we have no long sleeve t-shirt, just the short sleeve t-shirt, and it's a really cool tie-dye shirt. Our walkers are going to love it. Also, we have no pre-sold items. Last year, we sold a few things like additional t-shirts, Scleroderma wristbands, doggy bandanas. We still have those items for sale, and they will be at our Buy It Now table at the walk. We just didn't have them on the website for people to pre-purchase. So they can still get them at the walk, but we don't have to worry about them at registration. This year, when our walker checks in or registers, they get four things from you. 1, they get their t-shirt. We'll be handing those out at registration this year because we want to control those that pre-register to make sure they get their shirt. 2nd, they will get a paper wristband. All the walkers will need to wear this wristband because there's other activities and things going on at the park, so we want to make sure that only our walkers get the food and the goodie bag items that are provided to us by our sponsors, and not everyone else in the park comes in and takes advantage of those things. The 3rd thing is a goodie bag. This year, our walkers will be getting an empty goodie bag. We used to hand them out filled at the finish line. This year, they will get the empty bag when they check in, and they will collect goodie bag items along the course as they're walking. There'll be different stations where they can stop, they correctly answer a trivia question, and they will get an item for their goodie bag. The 4th thing is their trivia question card. As they answer questions, we'll have volunteers at the table checking off each one that they've answered to make sure that we don't have people doing laps and just answering the same question over and over again and collecting more than one of those items or one of each of those items. So again, those 4 things we'll be handing out at registration. T-shirt, wristband, goodie bag, and trivia card. Finally, the t-shirts. We will have all the walkers that pre-registered their t-shirts separated to hand out to them to make sure that they get the size that they ordered, and then we have plenty for the people that register. Next, for people registering at the walk, we'll have extra t-shirts in various quantities and sizes, and we'll hand those out until we run out. Our goal, if we run out of shirts, that's great. We've ordered 500 shirts, so if we have more than 500 walkers, we're doing great. Finally, if we do have any extra t-shirts, or if someone wants to exchange a size, say they ordered a large, but really they want a medium, give them the large in the morning and ask them after the walk to please go to the Buy It Now table and exchange if we've got any mediums left. We want to make sure that everybody gets the size that they initially ordered before we start making exchanges. So again, any extra t-shirts for sale, anybody that wants to exchange, that will all be available at the Buy It Now table after the walk. They can check in there after the walk. Okay, so let's get to the sheets that will be available made available at the registration table. You'll need to check in these people and fill out certain information about the walkers when they check in. So we'll have 4 tents for registration. Tent number 1 will be for unregistered walkers walking as an individual. Pre-registered walkers walking on their own, not on a team, and unregistered teams. That's new teams. If a group of people come up, say nobody on that team registered, nobody signed up as the captain, they're a new team that's coming in on the day of the walk. So their group of people for that team will all be registered on a new sheet at Tent 1. Tents number 2 through 4 are for our pre-registered team walkers. We've got, as of today, about 30 teams plus pre-registered. So we'll divide those teams up based on the number of walkers at each one, and we will have a sheet at each registration tent or table the morning of the walk to make sure that those pre-registered walkers on a team get to the right tent 2 through 4 to check in on their team. And again, we'll have that list of those teams for you the morning of the walk. So what you need to complete on this check-in sheet when a walker checks in, let's start with the pre-registered. let's say John Doe pre-registered, and he is on Team Soulmates. You'll just want to check that he checked in the morning. His t-shirt is an adult size large. You'll turn around to the people handing out the t-shirts behind the registration tent, yell to them that you need a large t-shirt for John. They'll bring it up to you. You give John his t-shirt, along with the other 3 items we discussed. John prepaid his $35, so that if an amount is entered in this column, that means they've prepaid. Again, $35 for an adult, $15 for a child with t-shirt. If it's a child registered that they did not get a t-shirt, the free registration will have child free entered in that box. Walk donations collected. Let's say John collected an additional $50 in checks that he's turning in at the walk. So you would enter that amount in this column. Online mail-in donations represent donations that we've already received before the walk. Those are donations that came in either online on our Team Razor website or our walk website, or were mailed to us in advance of the walk. Comments column will be blank. You can enter anything in there that may be helpful for us understanding any other information in the columns. One thing I should mention, if someone said that they pre-registered either as an individual at Tent 1 or on one of the teams, Tents 2 through 4, but we don't have them anywhere on our list, it's possible that they mailed it in and we just didn't get it before the walk, or that they registered very late the night before or the morning of the walk, and we had already printed our sheets with all the walkers on it. If someone says that that's the case, that they've pre-registered, take them for their word. Go ahead and fill the information out about them. And just note in the comments column that they said they pre-registered, and we'll take care of reconciling that after the walk. Okay, for someone who has not pre-registered, they are going to be a walk day registration. You will need to first have them complete a registration form. Blank forms will be available at all the tables in full. We want to make sure we have their name, address, phone number, email, so that we can contact them next year as when we're walking, because we hope to grow every year. So we want to make sure we invite our previous walkers back every year, but we need their information to do that. So have them complete the form in full, and even the t-shirt size. Well, forget about that. You can just put that on the form. So for someone walking up the day of the walk to register, let's say Jane Doe comes in to register the day of the walk. And I'm going to put her on a team. She's going to be on the Soulmates team too. Soulmates. So that means when she comes up, if she comes up to Tent 1 and says, I'm not registered, but I want to be on the Soulmates team, what do you tell our Team 1? You say you go to either tent through 4, and again, we'll have the list, so you can tell her which tent, that she can be added to that team at that time, so that we can keep a tally of all the team members, whether they're pre-registered or registering the day of the walk. So, okay, you want to check Jane in that she's arrived. She wants an adult medium shirt. Go ahead and write that in there. Again, that helps us if we have all the t-shirt sizes, then we know for next year kind of the quantities that we need to order in each because not everybody pre-registers, so it's always a guessing game for us, and the more information we have, the better we can guess. We want to collect the $35 registration fee from Jane, and let's say she wants to make an additional $15 donation. Enter both those amounts on the sheet. She won't have any online or mail-in donations because we didn't have her information before, so nothing to fill in that blank. Then the next step, so again, just keep everybody that's either on a sheet already will be checked in when they arrive at the walk, enter their donations, additional donations if they have any. People registering at the walk, whether as an individual, not on a team at tent number 1, or added to teams, at tents 2 through 4, we're going to complete these sheets. In addition to the sheets, we have a Stepping Out Monies Collected slip, and let's just go through a few examples of those. So, for John Doe, who comes up and gives you an additional $50 of donations at the walk, you want to write his name in. And registration fee collected at walk, 0. He was already prepaid. He's only giving us additional donations. So we'll write the $50 donations in here. Total is $50. He gives you checks for $50. That goes in here. No change needed. Total is $50. these two columns have to agree. And this is necessary because we need to reconcile and make sure our counting is 100% accurate after the walk. And with as chaotic and as fast as it goes, this just helps us make sure that we're keeping track of all the money that comes in so that we can account for it after the walk. That's what makes us a reputable nonprofit organization, because we are accountable. So this slip is a duplicate slip. There's the white copy, which we keep, the yellow copy for the walker if they want it. If they don't want it, just leave the two copies together. Paper clip the checks or money collected to this slip. Put that all into the locked cash box. Now, for anybody registering the day of, as long as you write their name on here, you don't need to put the completed registration form with this slip into the cash box, because our cash boxes are kind of small and they fill up pretty quickly. So just keep the registration forms in a separate pile, and we'll get those when we collect everything from you after the walk. So just checks, cash, and the slip with the name on it will go into the locked cash box. Okay, let's do another example. So, Jane Doe, who's registering at the walk, we're going to be collecting money from her. So we enter her name here. She made a $35 registration fee we need to collect, and she's making a $15 donation. So that's a total of $50. $35 registration fee collected at walk, donations collected at walk, $15, total of $50. Now, she's giving you $320, $60 of cash. We'll put $60 here. We have to give her change of $10 for a net of $50. Again, both columns tie back. There will be a change envelope where you just take the 10 out of to give back to her. The $60 gets attached to this slip and put into the locked cash box. Attach it with the paper clip into the locked cash box. We will keep track. We know originally how much change we're giving each table, so this amount less what change has been taken out, which we will tie back to all these sheets, should equal the change we have left at the end of the day. So that's why it's important to put the change there too. Okay, let's do another example. Say Jane and John Doe did not pre-register for the walk. They're going to come up and register at the walk, but they're together. You can do one slip if they're paying together. So we'll put John and Jane Doe as the name. They're paying for two registrations. $35 times 2 is $70. Total $70. No. Let's say they make an additional $30 donation too. I'm just changing colors because my pen is running out. $30. So $100 is the amount we have to collect from them. They want to pay by credit card. We use Square, so Michael Noble and myself will be at the registration tables, just roving around behind all of them. For anybody that wants to pay with a credit card, so just track us down and we'll process the payment. So he's paying. They want to pay by credit card. You enter $100. No change needed. $100. We don't actually print credit card receipts at the walk because they're emailed to whoever's paying by credit card, and we can run a report after the walk with all the transactions for the day. So in this case, the cash slip won't have anything to attach to it, the money's collected slip, nothing to attach to it, no checks or cash, but just put this itself into the locked cash box. And again, once again, columns have to equal. Let's see, I think those are 3 examples, nothing else. Oh, one other thing, if people come up and are pre-registered, don't have any donations to turn in, so nothing to collect from them, there's no need to complete one of these slips because there's no money changing hands. So don't worry about that if we're not collecting any checks, cash, or credit card transaction from them on the day of the walk. So I hope that helps explain some of the these worksheets that we've sent to you with what's going on with the registration process for the walk. If you've got any questions between now and the walk, please email me or call me on my cell phone at 720-308-8295, and we'll see you bright and early Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Thank you.